What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I am bringing you guys the obligatory bowling channel video, pin up versus pin down, but I'm specifically going to explain to you guys what's happening inside the ball and how touring professionals would use them in competition. But first of all, please hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. We are quickly on the way to 30,000, and you know what that means? That means another giveaway, and what I've decided to give away for 30,000 of you people is a bowling ball, as always, as well as one of the brand new Storm Travel Tote Pros, the new 3-ball travel roller, way more durable, a little bit lighter, and a lot better for you. And one of you guys is gonna get a brand new ball and a Travel Tote Pro. So there it is, but let's get on to the bowling balls. I decided to do the Optimum Idol because I really like this ball, and doing a pin up versus pin down video was an excuse to drill another one. All right, so this is the first one I had drilled way back in December. This is a 5 1/4 inch pin with a 2.5 buffer. So that puts the pin over my middle finger. As you can see, this is a layout that I use a lot. This is the ball that I've used a lot. It's a ball I really like. And then this one I just drilled yesterday. Same pin distance, 5 1/4, but that is a 4 3/4 inch pin buffer, which puts it under and almost kind of outside of my middle finger. And I definitely have way more shots on the pin up one than the pin down, obviously, because I just drilled the pin down yesterday, and I've had the pin up one for 3 months now. So I tried to throw this one as much as I could, as in like 7 shots, to get some lane shine on it, to get them a little closer. And I touched the pin up one with a little bit of surface to try and get them a little bit closer. But I'm gonna show you the pin down one first. Then I'm gonna talk about what's happening inside the bowling ball when you drill pin up versus pin down. All right, like I said, I've had 7 shots of warm up. So here we go. So what's really happening inside the bowling ball when you're drilling a pin down layout is you're almost truncating the core, right? So that differential number is the difference between the height and the width of the core. So if you're drilling holes into the top of the core, you're making it, you know, let's say it's this shape. That's a terrible example. Pretty much you're making it shorter. So what you're doing is you're bringing the differential down, you're raising the RG, right? You're reducing the difference between the height and the width of the core. On the flip side, when you drill a pin up ball, you are hitting more of the side of the core. So you're making it skinnier, you're raising the diff, lowering the RG. And I'm just gonna show you how tight these flare lines are. A picture might show up on the screen as well, but just in case it doesn't. Pretty tight flare lines on a pin down layout, and this typically isn't a pin down layout I would use. 5 1/4 on a pin down, the flares get really tight, as you can see. Hard for me to control as it goes down the lane as far as the front part of the lane is concerned. But I'm gonna throw the pin up one in the same spot. And I'm gonna show you guys the difference on the flare. And I don't know what else I'm gonna talk about after. As you can see there, pretty good shot, stood in the same spot, and it picked up so much earlier. And once that ball comes back, I'm gonna show you why. So as you remember, maybe a picture's gonna show up on the screen, how tight the flare lines were on that pin down. Look at that one. They're probably double the distance away. And you guys can't see the back flares, but I can. And it's almost making it all the way to the, like a quarter of the ball, the total flare. I'd call it about a quarter of a ball. So call it 6 inches, maybe a little more. And the pin down one, back flare stopped about there. That's about 3.5 inches. So it's flaring almost twice as much. And obviously same bowling ball, Optimum Idol. And I'm getting much different results. As you can see, that one's probably gotta be a 6 3 left. So we're gonna try that with the pin up. Yeah, as you can see there, that's a 6 and 3 left, I think that was, and shape struck just like the pin down one did from further right. So where I would be using each one of these, the pin up one honestly for me is gonna be a little bit more usable just because I'm good at getting my hand up the back of the ball. So I can try and play a little straight with it if I wanted to, but the pin up's gonna allow me to move a little bit further left. But on the flip side, the pin down's gonna let me be a little bit closer to the friction. So if I wanna play a little straighter, a little bit easier, like you guys see here with a little more friction in the front part of the lane, the pin down's gonna be a lot better. So I'm probably gonna be using the pin down one if I'm bowling on slightly shorter conditions, or if I'm going to like a medium pattern tournament, probably gonna be a little bit better for me because I can control it going through the middle and the front part of the lane because it's not flaring as much, right? So it's not trying to get off balance in the front part of the lane as early. Because pretty much what hook is your ball going from having axis to losing its axis. That's pretty much it. And the pin up one is definitely going to lose that axis much quicker than the pin down one. Simple as that. Obviously, there are a lot of other factors to consider when thinking about overall ball motion and what you're trying to achieve on the lane. But this is me just trying to even out all the variables. And I'm just gonna show you guys the pin down from the same spot I just struck with the pin up. It still might strike because this is a house shot, but it's gonna be a much different motion. Never mind. So that was really what I was actually hoping would happen. I was really scared that the house shot would bring the two balls too close together, but as you can see there, I mean, it was a hair wide, but even if I hit my mark, it probably didn't have a chance of striking. So that's really the difference between the pin up and the pin down. Pin down, it's gonna raise the RG, lower the diff. It's gonna make the ball go longer. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Pin up, it's gonna do the opposite. Lower the RG, raise the diff. It's gonna make the ball hook earlier. When it transitions, it's gonna be probably a little bit more violent, as you can see from these two. And I'm gonna throw this pin down one a little more, because I kinda like it. I'm gonna stay in the same spot and just slow it down, see what happens. Yeah, just a much smoother transition on the pin down one, even when I, gear down the speed. So that's pretty much it, guys. Pin up versus pin down. It's very important, right? You can achieve totally different ball motions with the same ball going pin up and pin down. Like I said, same pin distance on both these, 5 1/4 on both. One has a 2.5 buffer, the other one has a 4 3/4 buffer. So I'm getting twice the flare with the pin up compared to the pin down. And right now they're playing about 6 different, which is like a whole arrow. So talk to your local Storm VIP Pro Shop operator about your layouts on your bowling balls. It's very important. Be sure that your operator gets your PAP, gets you taken care of right. And if they're not, come over to TV Bowling Supply and I will personally, with these two hands, get you taken care of myself. But that is pin up versus pin down with the Optimum Idol. Again, hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. On the way to 30,000, we are doing the giveaway as we always do every 10,000. Also, if you like the jerseys, check out the link down in the description below, efx.co. Use code MITA for 10% off, and I am out of breath, and that is this video.